So I now come to the second video award of the evening, which is the People's Choice. And this is a wonderfully moving video which we will shortly see before the recipients will come up to collect the prize. It's entitled A Ray of Hope, a story from Peru, featuring Raymond Feeney from Ireland, Anna Maria Tamayo, his partner, and directed by Christina Yeye Chandran. So let's watch the video before welcoming to the stage for their prize.
It's like the worst hangover you could ever imagine. I feel kind of halfway between being dead and alive.
Ray arrived in Lima, Peru 40 years ago to serve the poor. He left the priesthood but found another wonderful reason to stay.
I'm married to Anna Maria Tamayo Flores from Cusco, who is the love of my life, and I have 2 children. I remember so well when the doctor who examined me first out said to me, "Be careful who you tell that you have Parkinson's," because here in Peru they are very prejudiced against people living with Parkinson's. I would say I easily have 40 symptoms or more. Probably the one I find most difficult at the moment is walking. I find it difficult to get in and out of bed. When I'm off, that off means when the medicine is not working, I become like half a corpse. And then on top of that, if I get freezing, and your feet stick to the ground, if those two come together, it's pretty painful, or painful in the sense of pretty hard to cope with. Parkinson's is not just movement symptoms. It affects every part of your body.
La dimensión emocional, la salud mental es crítica. La salud física, y para eso es importantísimo el movimiento, el ejercicio, el deporte, pero sin salud emocional es mucho más complicado.
I didn't make an effort to nurture friendships. I tended to pull myself back and stay in the house.
Está presente en el día a día. Porque yo lo veía que se estaba deprimiendo y no quería tomar ninguna medicina.
You asked the question, Christine, what brought about change in my attitude towards Parkinson's. I can't remember exactly the year, but I wrote on Facebook telling the world that I had Parkinson's. I got back quite a few replies, over 200, and some very beautiful messages. The decision to go public was the biggest and most important freeing experience I've had, and has kind of fueled the energy within me now to look at the future with more hope. I can reconstruct my life differently, but equally valuable from here on out, and not look ahead too far, just because each day has enough of complications and possibilities. It's a tough challenge, but there are some wonderful moments in it also. With the help of others, we may be able to celebrate the good moments, and they can fuel your energy and your hope and your happiness.
So it's my great pleasure to give this prize, the People's Choice Award, to Raymond Feeney and Anne-Marie, sadly without the dog. But there we go. Thank you very much. Many congratulations. Thank you. Hold on to it.
Good evening to everybody, and thanks very much to the World Parkinson Congress for making this award. I feel somewhat, I suppose, humbled because what I've seen before this has been such a fantastic and professionally presented different acts and videos. What I wanted to do was to present something very ordinary by an ordinary person and without any expertise in making videos. The brain behind the expertise was Christine, who's from Australia. An applause for her. And the support behind me and the rich ideas came from Anna Maria, my beloved partner in life. Applause for her. I'll try to be brief because I think we've spoken a lot this evening. All I will say is that when I started studying at the Catholic University in Lima, I met a girl called Ana Maria Tamayo, who eventually got married. But one of the things she told me was that what made her fall in love with me was my capacity in the classroom at the Catholic University to be able to sum up at the end of the class what everybody else had said and organize it in a systematic way. I say this because I've come up here tonight without any notes, just to put myself out there and say, and face my weakness, because I find it difficult to organize my brain like I did before. And the tendency is to give up. I see that there are two basic ways of approaching the future. And I've never heard other people mention this phrase, but the idea that Parkinson is an experience of contraction and expansion. And in the face of any situation, we can pull back and look for protection. But if we do that, over time, Parkinson's takes over our lives, and we render and we surrender to the power of Parkinson. But another option is to expand ourselves. I'll give you one example. Yesterday, I went for a walk around the local streets here, and when I came to the hotel, I felt I was thirsty. So I went into a local bar and I ordered a beer. And inside in the bar, there were two elderly gentlemen, and I began speaking to them, which I like to do. And I speak also Spanish because I work in South America. And I spoke with these two gentlemen for about 2 hours. And one of them said, whose name was Sebastian, was from Murcia. And the other guy was from very near to Murcia. And they told me about their lives, how they fought under Franco's regime in the Second World War. And before I was going, one of them said, I have a book. And the next day you come, I'll bring it down and show it to you. And he said that one of the greatest things was being able to build up a relationship of trust. But we never spoke about Parkinson. So what I understand is that we don't have to speak about our Parkinson's, but we put into action a way of relating to people and realize that it's probably the best medicine after exercise, I don't know, but I find is to keep alive our relationships, explore relationships, because this gentleman said to me, I said to the owners of the restaurant or the bar, esta cerveza yo la voy a pagar. Entonces he paid for my beer as a sign, a gesture of welcome and goodwill. And I think we can create more situations of human encounter that warms our hearts, and I think it will be contagious and sets off positive energy. That's all I want to say. The video was that idea to realize that each one of us is different, but each one can contribute and be a ray of hope for other people who may be going through difficult times. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.